Shalom. Call halal Yahweh Shemi Hawashai Bahashim Kodash. Double honor to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that gave before them that taught us the truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that push the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. To the Aqua that are listening and learning, being a pillar of breast, 144,000, one-third, the hopeful elect of Israel, and the brother Yeshua. And this lesson came to me probably yesterday, and it kept saying, the gauntlet, the gauntlet, the gauntlet, the gauntlet, right? Are you ready for the gauntlet? And I'm like, okay, well, you got to hold on to that. And I'm like, you got to write it down. So I went for the pen and paper, and what happens normally is I go for it, and I don't make it, and then I don't write it down. It never gets written down. So anyway, I made it a point to somehow remember it. So I remembered it. And I'm like, okay, well, what am I going to, do a lesson on today? And then I was like, can you remember? Can you remember? And then it came to me, the gauntlet, the gauntlet, the gauntlet. And so I'm like, okay. And as I was listening, right, to this brother here, okay, again, he, out of his own mouth, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemi Shai, he goes, the gauntlet of affliction. Who is he? Let me see. Is it Judgment? Judgment is here. Sounded like the brother from Dallas, the young brother. So that's who I believe it was. Judgment is here. And he mentions the gauntlet of affliction, right? I like that. Let's look at the gauntlet again. See, because it's not even what you would think it is. Gauntlet, right? Well, it's this glove. It's this chainmail. It's this, look, an armored glove. Historical. Gauntlet, right? An armored glove as worn by a medieval knight. So that's Jake, at the very least, the part of a glove covering the wrist. So it keeps going, right? It keeps going with a covering, a glove. And that's not really what we want, right? What we want is to run the gauntlet. So the gauntlet has nothing to do with what we would expect it to mean until you say run the. Okay, so let's go to run the gauntlet, and it changes to be exposed to danger, adversity, as in after he was mosquitoed in the interview, he knew he would have to run the gauntlet of his colleagues' anger. Okay, so to be exposed to danger, criticism, or other adversity. This is what it means to run the gauntlet. Now, when we go into what we're going into right now, which is called Jacob's trouble, which we got to get, you're going to have to run the gauntlet. Okay? Now, gauntlet of affliction, we're going there because the Spirit brought that just as I was going to press play. So let me see. Let's the gauntlet of, right? Gauntlet of affliction. Get that run out of there. Run. Affliction Gauntlet Day. Look at that. Gauntlet. Affliction Gauntlet. The Gauntlet of Affliction. All right. Just looking into it, we look up things. Right here at GMS. Or here as part of GMS. So the Gauntlet of Affliction. I like it. Gotta look into it. We might call the video that. if the brother doesn't mind. All praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So let's set it up, okay? See, okay, so nothing on Gauntlet of Affliction, but right here, to be exposed to danger, right? Criticism or other adversity. They're coming after us, dude, with nothing but slander, false witness, bywords. They're coming at us, dude. And other adversity. Anything that they can drum up. Deep fakes. Shoot. Robots, nigga. CGI. They're ready. They're ready to run the gauntlet with us. All right, so where was I? Let's go here. Let's set this up. We first have to go to Apocrypha here. We go. Yeah, we're running the gauntlet. Let me see. It's at 16, I believe. 1641. Bear with me. Is that fired us 40 or 41? Yep, 40. All right. 16 verse 40. Now, this is what it means, okay? So, where are we at? We're about to run the gauntlet, right? Well, here's the setup, right? 2nd Ezra 16 and 40. Oh, my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle. Right? Hey, you're on the battlefield. You better be ready. You better hear this word. We're telling you who are the Most High's people? Israel. Get ready. You're on the battlefield. Wake up. It's high time. Out of sleep. And in those evils, right? You're on the battlefield. Be even as pilgrims upon the earth. What do you got to do? You got to run the gauntlet. Yeah. You got to run the gauntlet, right? So let's go back. All right. This right here is saying, hey, get ready, right? Get ready to run the gauntlet. What's the gauntlet? Let's go back. That's what it's telling you. You better get ready to run the gauntlet. And you better get your pen, keep your pen strong. You know, figure of speech. You know, meaning you better man the fuck up. Gird up thy loins, right? Like a man out here. Let me just get anything here. Salakia. Or to run the gauntlet. Gauntlet of affliction. That's not what I want. Look at this close. To run the gauntlet. Here we are. Okay. What does it mean to be in Jacob's trouble? To be exposed to danger, criticism. Where's that nigger Yasha wanted? We got his wanted poster all adverse. Everybody's got to run the gauntlet. What do you got to do? Be exposed to danger, criticism, and other adversity. Right? That's it. You fits to run the gauntlet. All right, so where were we? We started out. We showed and proved what the mission is. Here's the mission. Where is it? 2nd Ezra 16, right? All right, oh my people, And those evils be even as pilgrims. But you gotta, when you gotta go, you gotta go. When you gotta creep, you gotta creep. That's what that means. Okay, you know what the fuck it means. All right, I'm gonna show you what it means here in a minute. This is what it looks like when you have successfully run the gauntlet. Okay, we gotta get there. One of my favorite, right? Because there's a finish line. It's this one. Right? You run the gauntlet. I won't make it too long. You got to get the point across, though. This right here, you have successfully run the gauntlet. You made it to the other side of Jacob's trouble. See? The birds are coming in. It's a hot LZ. You know their enemies are right on their trail. And we almost got them. And then here come the birds, right? How do you know that their enemies are on their trail? Because the scripture says, and their enemies beheld them. They was like, get them niggers. We got them. The Red Sea. So that, it's the same old thing. So, oh my people, hear my word. Make you ready to thy battle. That's what it looks like. They're on the battlefield, are they not? They got their TA-50, right? Bedroll, entrenching tool, right? Toilet paper, he's ready to go. This is the destination. This is it. Look. Let's get it like this. It says, O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. This is what you're out there doing. With all and leap, right? You just say, hey, fuck it. Let's do this. An adventure. Let's see how well I've done. Up to this point. Nothing to be afraid of. But here's the finish line right here. This is what it looks like. Okay? That's what it looks like. Anyway, let's get the gauntlet. All right? Because the gauntlet is there. The gauntlet is right here. Let's start here. What is it? It's a lock in. I always have a little problem finding this one. Let's see. It's about the time of trouble, the troubles, right? What they used to say. Oh, the days, 74. Here we go. Okay. This is why you got to get like this. See, there's a reason you got to be like, wrap your head around. This is what it means to make you ready. This is what they're telling you, right? It said, make you ready to thy battle. Well, how do we fight? Well, with this book, right? In the spirit. Well, what do you got to do? You got to get your bags right and then walk down the street with nothing but faith. That's how you win this battle. Okay? How? Being a pilgrim tells you right here. Okay? Why? Because they're coming to get. They're going to throw you about. Look. Where we go? Start right here. Let's start. That's 69 Slovakia. All right. Here's why you're going to be in that position. All right. 2nd Ezra 16 and 69. And they that start at 69. Sure, I'll start there. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. That's if you eventually really get that chip. But if you down with this program at all, then you're being trodden. Anyway, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities, right, a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. Watch. It's going to show you why they're in that position. Those that fear the Lord. Whereas they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. This is why, look like they said, look, get your shit ready. You ain't going to be able to take everything, but the shit that you're able to take, get it ready, strap it up, and when it's time to roll, you roll the fuck up out of there with what you got. Okay? That's them getting cast out of their houses, right? And their shit taken, right? Whatever's left there, they're being wasted, spoiled, right? Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold. Look at this. You see that? This is a description. All right, so you got to get ready for this, right? You got to be ready to just soldier up, walk that way, understand how you fight, not your enemy. Your enemy has to come carnal. You have to come spiritual, all right? Which means a whole lot of faith. You better get yourself, just get your head in order, all right? So there's one, where is it, 74? What was it? The days of trouble. Here we go. And you got to have balance. Here's one of the things, see? When you walk into this knowingly, right, the Most High got to have that balance, right? So here's the balance. 2 Ezra 16:74. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble. What trouble? Jacob's trouble, right? Days of trouble are at hand. But that's the trouble. Now here's the balance. But I will deliver you from the same. Who is you? Right? The elect. That's the balance. Because you can't have a false balance. That's how you know that this is the real thing. All right? Now we can quickly run down the gauntlet. All right? Let's go to Matthew 24, 21. Quickly. We'll read it in the Christian Standard. 21, let's see if it works or not. Taking place from the beginning of the world until now, and never will again. It's pretty straight. Okay? That's the time. What time? The time of Jacob's trouble, great distress. Let's see. Great distress, tribulation, right? Distress, suffering, tribulation, misery, trouble. For the trouble at that time, what trouble? Jacob's trouble, right? Moron. All right, so that's one, that's two, right? Let's get Jerry. Let's call it out by name, right? Let's get the actual name, Yermiah. Jeremiah. Okay. 30. And then we'll go ahead. Just got to say, though, it's about this. Okay, so you got to get yourself ready for that. That's the crux of the lesson. Jeremiah 30:7. Let's single it out so we can get that name. Let's lock it. But he, and but is what? That's where the balance comes in. But he shall be saved out of it. It keeps saying that, right? It tells you about the absolute trouble, but then it tells you the balance, okay? To let you know that this is real, that the saving is real. That's a sign. When you see that balance in there, you know it's of the Most High, okay? Daniel. This would be the last precept. Okay, Daniel 12:1. At that time, what time? The time of Jacob's trouble. Okay, at that time, now, it started. It's going to get so bad that the great Prince Michael is going to have to step in on our behalf. At that time, now, Jacob's trouble, Michael, the archangel Michael, not Yahushua, the great prince who stands watch over your people will rise up. This time, everyone whose name is found written in the book will be delivered, will be saved. So it's showing you a sign time after time, they had the same vision, right? They're given the same account, right? Letting you know, right? Each time in these different books that is dealing with the Most High's balance, letting you know that this is the way to go. Got it? Let's talk about everyone whose name is found written in the book. That's the elect. Okay. All right, the elect of Israel. So that's it. That's all we need. So, right here. All right. Are you ready to see? They ran the gauntlet. Let's go back to that real quick. They ran the gauntlet and were successful. Where is it? Probably never gonna find it. Let's see, Joe Jackson. No, not that. Is this all? There we go. Run the gauntlet. Where is it? Definition. Run the. Yep. Wow, that was so long. Right, to be exposed to danger. Look at the picture. You tell me. All right. You got to get yourself ready. It says, be ready to, right? Make you ready to the battle. You know what I'm saying? And the scarecrow, they made it. You're out of the woods, you're out of the dark, you're out of the, right? Be exposed to danger, criticism, right? You bums, you made it. Or other adversity, you know, they shall scarcely be saved, right? They gave glory to the power of heaven. What they got beamed up in their bodies. This is the moment before their bodies are being changed. Anyway, that's all we need. Yeah, get ready to run the gauntlet. All right. With that, we hope the elect ratified. Keep those with you, sisters. Shalom.